Hello, hello. Welcome to the Saturday, April 26th Sip and Stitch. I am still working on my coin purse because I only work on it during Sip and Stitches. We've got the whole front done. Just working on the back. For those who have not been a part of the Sip and Stitch, Erica Coda, who is Arca Coda on Instagram, and she is the author of our Stitching Outside the Box book. She sent me this from Japan. She's been living in Japan because of her husband being in the military. So I've been working on the coin purse, and I've got the whole front done. And it comes, there's like a template and all the floss you need and like the little coin purse stuff. So it's pretty cute. We'll keep on keeping on and see how far we get. How is everybody today? Let me open the comments and chats and see. Hi, Chris. Yay. Hi. Oh, we are trying very hard to come your way. We've been applying for jobs in the UK. That is definitely trying to get there. We would love to have an adventure. It's always been on our bucket list to live abroad. So we've been ready to sell our house. We've been in this house. We got it when we were in school, long time ago, and so we're ready for a new chapter. And it's but like if we go anywhere else, if we go east where our family is, if we go to California, we've been there before. Like we're likely to just start putting down roots, and it'll be harder and harder to ever do the bucket list thing. So yeah, we're trying to get across the pond, as they say. We just love it there so much. So hopefully someday soon we'll be having Stitch people gatherings in the UK. Would be really fun. Really fun. Well, it's been a month since our last Sip and Stitch. What is new in the world for us? I feel like nothing is new. Spencer's here. You can see his arm. You can see he's here. Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Okay.
You can have your if you want.
Okay. Do you mind if I move that?
You can move that. That's
fine.
My box. Right, it's a box of notes. He has a box that I'm always like, I need them there in case on this project I'm working on, and I haven't referred to them in weeks.
I have easy access though. Yeah. So if you need anything in that box,
I won't during this stream. I promise you that. Oh boy. So yeah, what else is new? I mean, we haven't haven't gone anywhere, done anything in the last month. Oh, Spencer got surgery.
I was gonna say I got a surgery. So it turns out when your nose, when you have a deviated septum and you can't breathe.
Yeah, breathing. Who needs it?
That's a tough thing. So I got a surgery done to fix that, and I can now breathe much better. But boy, was that first week after surgery rough.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to blow my nose for a full week.
Don't confess anything on a recorded medium.
I did blow my nose very gently.
They'll
once
hear
or twice.
You. They'll hold it against you.
And yeah, and then I had like splints in my nose. This is way TMI for a live stream, but had splints in my nose and got those taken out earlier this week. And as soon as the doctor pulled those out, it was like, and I felt like a human again, and it was incredible. So that's new.
Yeah, that is new. That's why we didn't go anywhere or do anything this month, because this month was surgery month.
I feel like we did some other things.
Like what? We could check the calendar. We have this saying, and if it's not in the calendar, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
Let's see. Anything cool?
We went and saw The Life of Pi.
Oh yeah, we went and saw The Life of Pi touring production.
The musical, The Life of Pi. That was really cool.
Yeah, in Salt Lake. We've been watching The Residence.
On Netflix. Very great show. You've been working on A Christmas Carol again.
Yeah, yep.
I think we've talked about that recently.
Yeah, the director that I worked with end of 2023, we did a production of A Christmas Carol, and we're continuing to hone the script, which would be fun.
Oh, we did. We went with that director. So he recently directed another show here in town, and Cinderella, the Rodgers and Hammerstein, Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure.
What do you say?
I say Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Rodgers and Hammerstein. Hammerstein. I say Hammerstein. This is a real Berenstain Bears moment. I don't know.
What do you all say? Is it Rodgers and Hammerstein or Stein?
Or if you have no idea what we're talking about, that's okay too.
Yeah, you have no idea. That's also
old school musical composers.
Gosh, they did didn't they do Sound of Music?
Oh, they've done a whole bunch.
Oklahoma. Let's see. Oklahoma, Carousel, State Fair, South Pacific, King and I, Cinderella, Sound of Music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Classics.
Flower Drum Song. I've never heard of that one.
No one has.
The real deep cuts of Rodgers and Hammerstein / Stein.
Deep cuts.
Anyway, went and saw that production of Cinderella. It was a lovely production.
Yeah.
Real fun.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we've seen some shows this month. Did you apply for that job at the Royal Shakespeare Company?
I have not yet.
Do it during this live stream on your laptop.
I will do it during this live stream on this laptop.
There's a job I just think Spencer would be really good at the Royal Shakespeare Company, and we are again trying to move to the UK, and so applying for all sorts of jobs.
Chris says Stein. Rodgers and Hammerstein?
Stein, yeah. What sort of jobs are you looking for? Anything that will take us.
Truly, anything that will sponsor a visa. So I have been looking for skilled worker visa jobs, things. I work in IT, so IT is kind of the easiest thing to look at.
Very marketable. Thank goodness.
Jobs.ac.uk is sort of job board for all the universities, which I think I've never really worked in a university setting. I think I would really enjoy it.
I mean, that's where we met.
College,
yeah.
That's true.
We were teaching classes and stuff.
I guess I don't count
and then
that.
you worked at IT for the school for a long time after that, while you were finishing your degree.
That's true. I guess I don't count that because I was still in school at the time.
Yeah.
So I've never worked at a university while not also attending a university.
Sure.
So I guess it wouldn't be a whole lot different, would it?
But it's a nice environment.
Yeah, it's a great environment. I think it would be a little less pressure.
Corporate?
Yeah, corporate. That's yeah. It'd be less corporate than
by
what
definition.
I'm dealing with now.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at jobs like that, technical program manager, helping to make sure that all the IT systems in the university are working well. And there are jobs, from Glasgow down to Southampton, and some cool opportunities.
Yeah.
I'm putting together my CV, my UK CV, and just doing small things like, in the US, we use letter-sized paper, 8.5 inches by 11 inches. Over there, you use A4 paper. Mm-hmm. So I'm reformatting that, and apparently a 2-page CV is not looked down upon. In the US, you try to always keep it to 1 page.
Which is such BS anyway.
And it's...
I hate it so much.
And in this day and age of AI going over the resumes, being the first ones, the first look at a resume, I don't know that the length super matters anyway. Hello, Jennifer from Washington, D.C.
Jennifer, welcome. How's things for you? If you blink twice, if you need to fly to Utah, where we are, for a vacation.
Has cherry blossom season come and gone? I'm probably sure it has. How was
our spring has sprung for a long time here. I'm happy to report. I hope it has for other people.
It's like green out there. Decidedly green.
But we were talking the other day because we've been really, really good with ever since our oldest doggo died. I'll just tell the full story. We've been like facing all the dog mom and dad guilt after a dog dies. I mean, she was 15 and a half. She lived a very cushy, well-loved life.
Yeah.
We've gone cross country with our dogs. I mean, she had all the meds she needed to regulate her kidney and her liver and her arthritis pain. And
I mean, she got to 15.
yeah, and a half, no
half,
less.
So,
so like logically, we know we did right by her, but also we're like, we should have taken her on more walks. We should have done more, you know. So ever since she passed, we still have 2 other dogs, and we've been very, very diligent about daily dog walks.
multiple sometimes.
Yeah, multiple during the day. And anyway, so we've been really aware of the springtime, and we were just saying on our walk that Utah usually has scorchingly long summers, drearily long winters, and like blinks of spring and blinks of autumn, which is a real shame because those are the best ones. There's a whole philosophy in there that like the transition seasons are the most beautiful of all. But
life is just one long transition.
But this spring has lasted a long time.
Really has.
Like usually the blossoms come out for like 3 days, and then the desert sun is like, it's 100 degrees now, and it scorches everything. And it hasn't been that way, which is great. Like we've had like 3 weeks of lilacs and blossoms, and
yeah, it's been real.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's why.
Jennifer's dealing with those allergies. Yeah.
I so need a vacay. Well, if you
cherry blossom season turns into high pollen count season. That was so. I don't know if you were on when I was talking about I just got a sinus surgery, mostly because of allergies. And I've never been one who's like, oh, I always get bad seasonal allergies. But apparently I have, and just have never really noticed or dealt with it. And the first thing the doctor said, like right before surgery, he was like, well, you'll breathe a lot better after this, just in time for all of the pollen to come out.
Yeah, because you've had the surgery before.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I was like, is he going to need this again? Like for a third time's a charm in your life? And he was like, well, if we do it right, no, but also opening the airways means breathing in more pollen. So just be careful.
Yeah. This is honestly another reason why we're looking for another place to live. I was born and raised here where we live in Utah, and we got some allergy testing done recently. I'm allergic to all sorts of weeds and grasses around here. So getting to a more humid climate, I think, would help. And
number one.
Getting away from some of these specific grasses in the desert,
I
think would also help.
Wee-wee-woo.
Tumbleweeds across the savannah.
Deserts are beautiful, but I miss my forests. It's funny, I grew up east, as some of you know, and living in Utah, I really miss the forest and trees and the green. But then whenever I'm gone from Utah, I really miss the mountains.
Mountains, they're really pretty amazing.
Yeah. Did you know that Universal Studios are opening a big theme park in England? Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, that has crossed my mind, Chris, because like to be
or not to be.
Like we live near Disneyland and almost applied to work there. I actually applied to and had an initial interview for the Warner Brothers Studios in Leavesden. Is that how you pronounce it? Or is it Leavesden? Anyway,
so many pronunciation questions.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like because also in the US, so much of especially the East is named after places in the UK.
Oh yeah, so we say it all funny.
Yeah, so it's like Gloucester is how you'd say it in Connecticut.
Yeah.
You know, or like it's not Edinburgh, it's Edinburgh. You know, like or Edinburgh, I guess is how Americans say it. It's Edinburgh, but like no, that's not how you say it. So anyway, or here, even Utah has their own. There's the word hurricane is one of the towns here, but it's pronounced hurricane, which actually is a British holdover, because there are dialects, accents in the UK where you know you'd say you're having a hurricane, you know, right? Like, and it's a holdover from the immigrants here. Emily found that one out, like specifically. My sister, she's super into history and research, and she's like, it makes sense finally that there's this weird like accent holdover thing. Anyway, blah blah blah. I would love to work at the Universal Studios there. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it. because I would love, yeah, Jennifer, it would have to be in the right role. Like I would love to be part of like you know how amusement parks have like shows, um, and the like interactive experiences, like at the Universal Studios in Florida, they have, you know, the dark wizards at Halloween time that come into the Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, and they put on a little show in the square and then leave. Like I have numbers of friends who've worked for the you know, who've been actors. We have numbers of friends who've been friends with Princess Ariel and friends with Princess Cinderella, friends with Goofy, and all sorts of friends at Disney, um, and friends who've a Scooby Doo friend. Anna was not Velma, Daphne. She was Daphne, and
yeah.
she was
Not actually
also
Scooby-Doo. I was like,
no, she was Daphne on the Scooby Doo team, and she was on the Grinch.
She was
like the mayor's wife, the pretty mayor's wife. And anyway, so that it's just a fun. I don't think I'd want to be like a ride operator or like a guest experience manager, but if we could get involved on the theater end of it, that would be really cool.
I would also take tour guide.
At Disney.
At Disney,
specifically,
man. Yeah. There's a group of people called the Plaids at Disney.
Because they wear plaid.
Because they always wear plaid vests. And if I were to work at Disney, that would be the first place I would try to start. They're the ones who, I think you pay extra, as though Disney is not expensive enough. You pay extra for like a plaid sort of escort through the park. So if you ever see like celebrities, they're usually led by a plaid. I think that would be really fun because you'd get to know the park so intimately. You'd get to know all of the ins and outs. Get to meet interesting people. Like I feel like it would be fun and different every day, as opposed to sort of ride operating or concessions or some of the other kind of
day-to-day stuff.
Day-to-day things would be rough.
I have heard rumors that there won't be. It's hard to believe, but I get it because they do have the Harry Potter Studio Tour. But I've heard rumors that there won't be, because this is a Universal Studios park.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard they're not going to do any Harry Potter stuff at the UK one because they don't want to pull from the Orlando one.
I mean, they are on different continents, really.
Because there's no Animal Kingdom in California, but there is a Disney World in Florida.
There's no room
so
in California.
but it's like there's different parks, different stuff to do. So I think that they would do it differently.
I mean, I did hear because Star Wars Land is literally like copy.
It is copy, isn't it?
From Orlando to California.
Yeah, well, and I wonder if the current political climate will have anything to do with it because I know European tourism to the U.S. is super down right now, justifiably so. Stay safe, everybody. But if they're gonna lose some international tourism to Florida, I could see them feeling like, hey, maybe let's copy paste it instead.
Mm. Oh yeah, Jennifer said heard icky stories of how poor amusement parks treat their staff. Met an Uber driver in Orlando who was sore about her experience at Disney. She needed surgery and they fired her.
What?
It's
that ain't it.
I know that I think the Disney workers, if they haven't unionized, have been working on that lately. Unfortunately, as far as large corporations go.
Disney, it's hard. Sometimes you hear great things and sometimes not so much. I think it's great at a certain level. I think it's like the ticket takers, the ride workers are unfortunately not treated well.
Right. Kind of the lowest ladders of the road.
But we had some friends who worked for Disney Cruises who loved every second.
I could do that too.
Yeah, you could go. There've been some cruise jobs out of Southampton.
Yeah. Jennifer, how long have you lived in DC? Just curious.
I'm sorry, I'm counting. I get quiet and focused when it's count time.
Should we put a camera on you so people can see what you're stitching? Because it's mostly just you staring down.
No, it's just I'll move my eye line for the viewers. 1, 2,
or we could get you your little loopy
1,
thing.
2, 3. No.
The new park is going to be near Bedford, and the Harry Potter Experience is at Elstree. So not a huge distance.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so that would make sense why they wouldn't do Harry Potter things.
Yeah, I mean, because
there's
the Hogwarts Studio Tour, I got to do it back in September, and it blew me away. And I'm we work in entertainment. my it's not that I had low expectations, but I know this world, and so I was like, oh, it'll be cool to go see the costumes, like fun. And I was even still blown away because it just is it's so huge and comprehensive, and it just, I mean, my friend and I that went, we were there like 2.5 hours, and we probably could have spent at least another hour. And the only reason we didn't is because we came at like the later end of the day, and like we're fighting closing time. Um, so yeah, so it would make sense that they would sort of let that live on its own because it's pretty comprehensive. Maybe they'll treat that the way that like in Walt Disney World in Florida, they have shuttles between the park and the port for their cruises. And there are some cruises that you can do an excursion, like they'll pull into port for a day in Florida and you can go to Disney World and they have a shuttle, and you know, um that maybe they'll have some sort of package, make it easy for people. I can't imagine they wouldn't. But I think it's exciting. I think it's fun. I feel like as exploitive as they can be price wise, there is something to be said for like the universality of theme parks. Just that we lived in Anaheim in California for a while, and everybody's connected to Disneyland, and people who are from there grew up with happy memories of having worked there as a teenager or what have you, and everybody kind of smiles about and enjoys and rolls their eyes about depending on the inconvenience of it when the fireworks go off at 9:35 every night, and like you just learn to have sort of a symbiosis with the experience, and it's fun that people are always coming in from all over to have a fun time, to be happy and have fun, and yeah.
Yes, Jennifer, there is a cute dog behind us. This one. Whoop. That
Nubby,
one.
puppy. Oh, I don't know which one. There she is. Yeah.
I'll
That's
pull her
Nubby.
a little more this way so you can get a better look.
There she is. That's
This
our
is-
girl.
This is Nubby, our three-legged dog. She's got this little arm that didn't quite fully form as a puppy, so she's got all the right bones.
All the right bones in all the wrong
in all the wrong
places.
places. So she's a little tripod, and we call her Nubby because she was a foster fail. We fostered her when she was like 6 months old, and
3.
3 months old.
Yes.
Jeez.
She had just been spayed.
Spayed. Whatever
The spade. Yeah.
And we didn't want to get attached, so we came up with a nickname and just called her Nubby because of her little nub,
Yeah.
her little chicken wing arm. And then we fell in love with her and could not give her up, so there she is.
She's a sweetie. Yeah. 10 years later.
10 years later.
She's still a baby. She's
No.
one of those dogs that has like perpetual puppy energy. Whereas our dog who just passed, she always had perpetual older dog energy. So it's like when that dog hit 10 years old, it was like, you make sense. You make so much more sense now.
Yeah.
Versus Nubby's just always gonna act like a puppy forever and ever. Forevermore.
Do you have any dogs, Jennifer? Chris, you have pets, don't you? I feel like you do. Anyone else in the chat have pets? We love pets. Like
Yeah.
it's my biggest worry when we started getting our allergy testing done. I was so concerned that I would be allergic to dogs.
That's one of the reasons we got it done.
It's one of
because
the
of your
reasons.
because of your nose and sinus stuff. We were like, we have 3 dogs. Like, do we need to be dealing with this? Like, is that your primary thing?
Yeah.
And luckily it wasn't. Luckily it was, I think we both tested low, if not completely negative for oh shoot, I need to see my overs and unders on these flowers. Okay. We both tested completely negative for pets, which is a relief, because that would have been, not that we couldn't have dealt with it. They have shots and stuff now, but just nice to know. Speaking of sinus surgery, Spencer had to go grab a tissue. So yeah, Chris, if you know of anyone who needs to hire 2 hustly, friendly Americans and is willing to sponsor a skilled worker visa, let us know. It really is just anything that'll take us. Like I applied for the studio tour as like for the people who lead the tours, the hosts or whatever, as like a host team leader. Um, there's this job at the Royal Shakespeare Company. They're doing a curriculum, online curriculum, and are looking for people who know about like digital education technology, which we know through Stitch People, and we do theater, and so that could be a really interesting fit. IT jobs for Spencer. I'm looking at like producer jobs, independent production companies, or I have BBC alerts on, things like that. Angela, good morning. Chris, our cat became very ill. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's hard.
Maybe our Lucy and your kitty are friends up in heaven.
Hanging out over that rainbow bridge.
And then I'm with my kitten right now, who's really an old cat of 14 years. Kenpachi, nicknamed Kenny. That's cute.
Super cute.
And 2 dogs, 14 and a half Boston Terrier, 8-month-old Australian cattle dog husky mix.
8-month-old
That's
14-and-a-half-year-old.
That's a ball of energy. That is one smart dog.
Yeah.
Cattle dog husky. Our Lucy, who passed, was partially cattle dog. She was Australian Shepherd, Australian cattle dog, border collie, and then also 12%. Embark said 12% super mutt, which is when the DNA is like a little bit too mixed up to identify any one thing. But she was a shepherd. She would always position herself in like strategic locations. So like if I was in my office at the end of the hall and Spencer was in the kitchen, she'd be like in the middle of the hall where she could have eyes, or she'd be like at the back of the hall outside my door so she could see me in the office but see
and
Spencer.
Also see me down the hall.
Like she always took the most shepherding strategic place. It's just so fun how their instincts are so strong. And she was always the last to bed. Like she would not lie down until everybody else was down for the night. She'd follow us around all around. So yeah, that's fun energy.
Angela says the puppy was not planned for.
Oops, oopsie.
It's like a little caboose dog.
Yeah. Well, that's Nubby. We were not.
Yeah, that's true.
And because we already had 2, and I remember taking a walk one day, just the 2 of us, no dogs, and we were like, we can't have a 3rd dog. Like that's crazy. And I was like, we need to take her back to the shelter. And then both of us, it was just too much pain. We couldn't fathom it. I was like, well, we can't do that. And then we're like, okay, well, let's adopt her, and then we'll place her, with a friend or family, somebody we really trust. And even that was like, no, she's ours. Didn't plan on it, but sometimes. Hello, Marope. Welcome. Yeah, Angela's getting herded. Angela, you have kiddos, right? Do you have kiddos? I'm sure shepherds love herding children, so that's the only reason I'm asking. Oh, that's fun. Pets are great.
They really are.
Pets are great.
Let's see. I was gonna try to find an early picture of Nubby.
Oh, look for like
2015.
June 2015, I think.
Gosh, when we still had the DIY first edition.
Yeah, that didn't come out till 2018. Just before that feels like just before the pandemic. Yeah. But 2 years. Time. I'll be very curious to see how the history books like account for and reflect time, because everyone I know, it's like very vivid memories of 2017, 2018, 2019, and then 2021 through 2023 at least, if not 2024, it's like that's just 1 year. 1 year of like what happened there. But it was actually like 3 or 4. So that's fun. That's a whole thing.
All right, let's see. How do I present an image file? So here's Nubby.
Oh, the tiny puppy baby. Look at her with her little, we call her little Napoleon arm. It's like tucked into her vest. Her little chicken wing. Oh.
Let's see. So there's that one. Here's another one.
No kids, just pups. Okay, yeah, the Boston Terrier does not love to be herded. The Boston Terrier is like, excuse me, I've had my rhythms for 14 years, puppy dog. That's funny.
Let's see. I want to find I don't know why this turned into sharing pictures of dog photos.
Well, I blame Jennifer and the quote, "Is there a cute dog behind you?" So we need to show off just how cute.
Okay, this is the last one.
Yeah, these are all 10 years ago with sweet nubbins.
She doesn't do this much anymore. This is her.
Well, her head got bigger.
Her head got bigger and her ears stayed the same. But when she was small and she would get really excited, it would just become triangle head.
Yeah, now they don't meet like that anymore. She usually just does one. If she's very interested, she does too. She got more interested as a puppy, of course, when life was new and exciting.
Jennifer, I used to have an Australian Shepherd Beagle mix named Patches. Came home from church on Easter and the peeps were missing from the basket.
Incredible. I'm here for the Stitch Dog crossover. You know, love it. Love it.
Angela, send us some photos of your pups if you want. I'd love to. I'll
especially the new puppy.
Just you could DM us on Instagram with some photos. Would love to see, and anyone. If let's turn this into a pet sharing event.
We love it. Love to see it. Oh, I need to double check. I have. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah.
Oh, you did. You already did.
Perfect.
All right, here we go.
Wow, Spencer.
Those are such cute dogs.
Oh, okay. Oh, I love the Boston Terrier. I love those eyes. Big Boston Terrier eyes.
Okay, let me get these over to my
happy
computer.
face. We're still doing Stitch Your Heart Out April, by the way. So if you have any projects you want to share that were like particularly meaningful for you or the person who received them, not every Stitch People project is personal and meaningful, of course, but there's some that stick out more than others. Feel free to send the story in to us and we'll post it on Instagram. And next month coming up, since this is the last Saturday of the month, we are doing, oh my gosh, look at those cute dogs. Oh, so cute.
Chris,
That's
thanks for
also
joining
great
so
carpet.
much.
Bye, Chris. Hopefully we get to hang out. Listen, I'm manifesting a future. It's late October. We live in the UK and we get to go meet up with you for dinner sometime. So yeah, enjoy your day, Chris. Thanks for joining. And thank you for sharing your cute doggy pics. I love the browns, all those beautiful brown colors.
These are Angela's.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Fiona
going back to the
Fiona
dogs.
and Kennedy.
So cute.
Gosh, cute.
So next month's theme is Me Time May. We have Me Time May coming up. So all our little Friday tips and tricks are going to be about the beautiful mirage that is quote unquote me time and how to reframe that and sort of reclaim that in your life. So if you have any projects or thoughts about how cross-stitching benefits you or helps you get centered, projects that you've made that really helped you hold your ground in an emotionally difficult time, anything like that, we'd love to hear them. So once again, feel free to share your stories with us. We're definitely trying to shift our social media to be more community focused, that's always our favorite part anyway. It just takes a little bit of coordination to get everybody's photos in and tag everybody in, just to make sure it's all flowing. But yeah, so please share your me time stories or thoughts if you have any. Yeah, because it's important, especially in 2025. What a time to be alive. It's important to fill your own cup. It's like put your own oxygen mask on before putting others, like they always say on the plane. So if that oxygen mask is cross-stitch related, let us know. It's funny, every time I cross-stitch in these sip and stitches, I'm like, I really enjoy this. I should do this more often.
This is This is Jennifer's Kenny.
Oh,
She says,
is there Bengal in there? Is that patterning?
she said he often sits like Jabba the Hutt, showing off his 25 pounds.
Well, yeah. If you got it, flaunt it, buddy. Oh, so beautiful. He's like, I am ancient and I'm regal. I will lay how I please, for I am cat. Cats, I love that about cats. They really have this sense of like, we've been here longer than you. We know more than you.
She sent one more. Let me put this other one up.
We haven't, our other dog, Pepper, she acts like a cat. Like she just goes off to find the sun patches to lay in. And oh, look at him.
Beautiful eyes.
Yes. He's a Bengal. Yeah, I love a Bengal. They are so, so gorgeous. With it's just like a wildcat vibe, which I love. Very, very beautiful.
What a cute little mister. Okay, we've got some from Marope.
Full of spunky energy. We love that.
These are great photos. Okay. Here come more cat photos. Y'all ready for this?
Oh my gosh. Looks like your two cats would be very good friends. Speaking of Jabba the Hutt pose. Oh my goodness.
It's like ultimate pet derp right there.
What a great shot with the half eye. Oh my gosh. Such good timing, Marope. We love to see it.
Here's...
Oh, so beautiful. Pretty, pretty face. I love the what kind of cat is she? The that like light to dark brown, you know, fade ombre, if you will. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, Nubby's getting cozy, digging at the bed.
Don't mind her.
Silly dog. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
Did you get cozy?
Yes, I got cozy.
Okay, good.
Do you guys have voices for your pets? We are shameless with that. Our dogs have like fully blown personalities, like alter egos from, we'll have full conversations as the dog or with the dog. It's psychologically very interesting. I would love to do a documentary about it. Like the way we personify our pets. And yet I will die on this hill that like when you know your animals well, it's like spot on sometimes. You know, I don't think it's projection always. I think there's energetic and observational insight happening that I think is very interesting. No idea what you know, but I think Kennedy sounds like Ross from Monsters Inc. Always watching.
Marope says tortoiseshell cat and Siamese.
Siamese, that's the one. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. It's that light to dark Siamese coloring is just so beautiful. Nubby's voice is sort of this Nubby talks like this. It's just like very, very full of wonder. Because every day she always says, it's the best day of my life. Every day is the best day of her life.
Unless it's a Friday, because Friday is garbage day. And for some reason she can hear it early in the morning from blocks away, and she will not come upstairs. She will not go outside.
It's garbage trucks.
She thinks that the garbage trucks are out to get her.
They're coming every week.
The claws will just come and pick her up and dump her in the back of the truck and drive off.
That's her little... and then Pepper talks like this. She's a princess. She does what she wants. I don't even know where she is. But we'll see Pepper, and like literally she's one of those ones that like when you pet her, she'll like and like get up and leave. Like, don't touch me. I didn't ask to be pet. Like, sorry, Queen Pepper. Sorry to bother you in your beauty sleep by trying to give you scritches right at this moment.
What are you all working on? If you're working on a project, send some pictures of your projects as well. We'll throw those up on the screen. Because I forgot it's a sip and stitch.
Oh, I haven't forgotten.
Not a sip and show off your pets.
It's both.
It's all of the above. I was thinking we should do some like stitch and streams. where we like half of the screen is cross stitch and the other half is Animal Crossing, or
where you're playing Animal Crossing
yeah,
and
I'll be playing Animal Crossing and you can be
cross
stitching.
stitching. That's funny.
And then we'll switch halfway through. I'll pick up where you leave off.
We also talked about you. Spencer's been thinking about learning to cross stitch finally after all these years. I think you could do it fairly easily. I mean, it's not rocket science, and you've seen me doing it. Heard me doing it teaching it for so many years.
I
think it would be funny if you started teaching cross stitch. Just as you understand it to be.
Having never actually
learn cross stitch with Spencer.
Having absorbed it over the years.
As he believes. All right,
I will teach you a French knot as I do it for the first time myself.
Yeah. We can have everybody's lesser crafty partners join in. We've often joked on these Sip and Stitches in the past about having that, like, there's the Stitch People community and we hang out, right? Stitch People Club or the Sip and Streams or what have you, and it's like there should be a club for the husbands and partners who need support in their support of their cross stitch spouse.
Yeah. Here's what Angela's working on.
Oh, I love that. Yes, it's coming along. I love the stained glass. That's fun.
Yeah, that's a cool look.
I think there's some progress from last time, right? Like significant, if I recall. Like that whole blue section, and yeah, it looks really, really good, Angela. Oh, well done.
Actually, I can do this. Here is the last one she sent.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say the windows weren't in last time.
So that was last month.
Very cool.
And then we've got this month.
Way to go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I would not have noticed messy stitches from what I see, but like when you can't unsee it yourself, right? Like it's, yeah, so totally it's one of those things of like, if you notice something you don't like, just take care of it or you'll regret it.
Okay, so we've got, let me throw up my ropes. There we go.
Ah, yes. Merope is the one who's been working on the M&M Slim Shady portraits that we've been posting because I just think they're so cute. And a little witch.
A witchy self-portrait.
Speaking of Harry Potter Studio Tour that we were talking about earlier. So fun.
She says that there's only a head on that top one because he's small and he's going to be sitting. So.
Oh, cute. Oh, is that the little superhero M&M, right? From that one music video.
Hi, Pepper. Here's our cat-like dog.
Yeah, finally coming in to say hello. Peppa, can you make yourself known? Look at her. She's going to struggle.
Come here.
Yeah,
Hi.
there she is. That's Pepper.
Here's Pepper.
Hello, Queenie.
Hi.
Look, she's miserable. She's like, what are you doing to me?
Would you like to be put back in? Okay.
Yeah.
There's a bed right behind you if you'd like it. And your sister Nebby took the other one.
I do boop 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 boop. What would you cross stitch first, Spence? Would you do a Stitch People portrait?
That's a good question. Jennifer says she's taking a break from her cross stitch project to knit fingerless mittens.
Fun! We love a fingerless mitten.
If you tried to send the photo, try it one more time, Jennifer. I don't think it came through. I saw it was like message unavailable. So, what would I stitch for the first time? Yeah. Part of me feels like I should start with like one of the freebies.
Okay.
Just to like get into it.
Sure. Like not design your own thing.
Right. Not design my own thing. Do something that's already done. Okay. So what would my first Stitch People portrait be? Okay.
I mean, you could do the Stitch People Basics book.
Oh, that could be that.
Now that's design centered, but
that's okay.
Versus cross stitch centered.
This is what Angela's working on. Fingerless mittens.
Cute.
Or sorry, Jennifer.
Oh yeah, Angela's on the
Angela's
Christmas
on the
thing.
Christmas thing, yeah.
Love that. I like the practicality of a fingerless mitten.
The,
Big fan.
kind of, it's like the vest of gloves.
It is the vest of gloves. Because let's be honest, the gloves that have the like smartphone touchable fabric or like it doesn't. It doesn't always work for me and it makes me more crazy than it is helpful. So just yeah, the fingerless provides warmth while also retaining functionality. They are really cute, Jennifer. I learned to knit for a role I played. It was the year we got Nubby in 2015. We were doing Into the Woods. And it was a really fun production of Into the Woods where everybody in the show, except for like the leads, played all the other characters. So, for example, Spencer was Cinderella's prince, and he and Rapunzel's prince also played the ugly stepsisters. And as is typical with Into the Woods, Spencer also played the wolf, but Rapunzel's prince played Milky White, the cow. And I played Cinderella's stepmother and Jack's mom, Jack and the Beanstalk's mom. And I was always knitting on stage as Jack's mom. So I learned to knit so that I could anxiety knit as part of my character, just as part of my character for her. And what's funny is I knit a scarf during the show, just over the course of the show. And they used the scarf that I knit because it was poorly done. In the show afterwards, they did The Diary of Anne Frank as the play, and Anne knits a scarf and gifts it to her father, I think, and they used my Jack's mom scarf. It was so poorly done.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, because it just looked very
so raggedy.
Yep, it just looked very earnestly knit. So
earnestly knit. That's yeah. I wonder if I can find photos of that.
Boop, boop, boop.
That was a fun show.
Trying to think if there's any Stitch People news coming up. We'll be releasing a new pattern that's been in the works for a while. I've just needed it to finish up. A little collab with Amanda from My Peepo. She does portraits with like little embroidered motifs all around to represent things important to like the family or the individual. And so I think we'll release that. I think it's June. The theme of the month for June is like all about how to take your cross stitch on the go, as people are out and about and vacationing and this, that, and the other. And then July is like, we're going to encourage people to take photos to do like self-portraits. And wherever you go in the world or are on vacation, we want to see your portraits and, just have little portraits around the world. So hopefully the pattern will inspire folks to do that and it's like a little travel journal style pattern. So that would be fun. Like the one I did. I don't know if anybody noticed or remembered, but the self-portrait I did when I was traveling last August and September. So that's coming up. What else have we got coming up, Spence?
New website is very close to being done.
Yeah.
I've been working on it for a while.
Be a little faster, more organized.
We moved away from our other website a few years back when the plan was to sort of recreate the Facebook community off of Facebook, which turned out to be not a great idea. And so
we just
going back to the original platform. But we have done a lot of customizations over the years. So just making sure that like everyone has all their digital downloads, from back to 2014 to the present day, 10 years worth of digital downloads. Mm-hmm. Make sure all that history is in the website.
And all the files are uploaded. Class files, years past. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, Spencer's been a champ working on that.
Really excited about it. It's going to be a much better website experience.
Yeah, I doubt anybody will notice beyond it, like feeling just like a new design
Yeah.
of the website, which is
Boy.
good. It means you've done your job well.
Yeah.
So thank you.
The goal is that it is seamless as possible. People don't really understand that it is different, but it will be a lot better on the back end to manage.
Yep. I still wish we could get off Facebook. I hate that we're married to platforms that we don't own. You know, it's like if Facebook decided to do away with Facebook groups, buy a Stitch People community, and that stinks. So excited for July's theme. Oh, I love that. Niagara Falls. Beautiful, beautiful.
Which side?
Yeah.
Canadian?
Because we did. I hung out with Marope at Niagara Falls last year when Spencer and I were driving our RV to Maine, as we do, for family. We stopped and got to see our friends, and we went to the American side, right?
Yeah. We did. And I know that because I did not cross the border.
That's right. And then I thought I lost my passport, and it was just in my pocket.
Better there than actually lost it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. You were in Canada when you thought you had lost it, right?
No, I had already come back to the States.
I couldn't remember if you were like, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get back into the country.
No. It was the last. We crossed back and forth a couple times because it was, right there, Niagara Falls. And it was the last time that I came back and we were back on the road. I was like, I don't know where my passport went. Just in my coat pocket, hanging up on the hook. No problem. But what a scare.
Yeah, she'll do the Canadian side. Won't try to cross the border. Probably for the best.
Yeah, keep it easy.
Yeah.
Tricky times.
How's that coming along?
Good. I've done 2 full flower bunches. So
Very
that's
nice.
fun. Yeah.
How much do you have left?
I have another of the same size and like 2 3/4 ones and 2 half ones.
Oh, I see. So there's like the down.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Got it.
1 2 1 2 1. There we go.
Let's see. If I were doing this makes most sense. I assume the little circles are French knots. Everything else is just like a straight stitch or a cross stitch, right? Or a half stitch.
Yeah, these are like
those little ones are half
plus
stitches.
sign stitches. They're not actual cross stitches, which is interesting, but cute.
It's just it's a cross stitch, but just turned.
Yeah, right.
Rotated cross stitch.
Yeah. A different shape cross. 1 2 3. 1 2. I have to pay closer attention when I'm doing the greens to make sure I'm getting all the stems the correct placement and length. The flowers are just the same over and over and over again. So those are easier to just bust those out.
Oh, I guess the greens aren't always the same. Sometimes those petals are like 2.
Yeah, it's like 2 over 1 up, or like 3 over 2 up, or like 1 to 1, or yeah. Tricky. It's all in the details.
Fascinating. The things you learn when you cross stitch.
Okay. Up 1 2 3 over 1. Up 1 2.
Man, it is a nice day out there today. 62 degrees. Air quality's good. Yeah, it's gonna be a good walking day.
Yeah.
Still have snow on the mountains up there, but
1 2.
not much.
Yeah, that's always the weird part about Utah. Is the mountains are so tall, the snow stays on top of the mountains for a good long time after spring starts springing.
Probably be there another month at least.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's check the chat. Canadian. Oh, I see. Yes, still about that. Okay.
If there's anyone new, feel free to send us photos of either your pets
Yeah.
or what you're working on.
We had a pet show off moment earlier.
Yeah, send it to us on Facebook or Instagram. We can flash it up on the screen, show everyone else what you're working on.
Yep. I'm making progress. Feeling good, in the zone.
Remind me. So this is.
I need my pattern.
You need your pattern.
Yeah, I love you, but I need that. I'm using it.
It's a coin purse.
Yeah.
And eventually
I'll turn it into a coin purse.
Become a coin purse. When you're when you're done with that, will you like back it with something?
Probably this.
Probably that.
What's included? I mean, I can't read the Japanese. Somebody mentioned you can use your camera for like translate, so I'll probably do that. But 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know how useful of a coin purse it will be, but it's a fun project nevertheless. Maybe I'll give it to my little niece.
Oh, yeah.
She's only 2, but she is a lady. She loves like purses, and she'll put like little shopping bags on her arm to like be a purse. She loves, all that stuff. It's so fun. And my sister's not like a ladies lady, it's not like I don't know where she's learning it. It's just she's instinctively very, very feminine. It's very, very cute. She's already 2 years old. Yeah, I remember sending you pictures, Lily, like going to see my sister's bitch. Well, she's 2 years in July. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, time flies. It's the time warp. It's the COVID time warp. Because 2 years ago, we were at the tail end of that, or yeah, getting to be, and time has lost all meaning.
Yeah, life looked a lot different 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! I did not secure well enough and just lost my 2 starter stitches. Let me go. Try it again. What else? What did we finish watching before we watched The Residents?
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. We finally finished Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. That's what I would do as my first cross stitch portrait. I would do a Peaky Blinders.
A Peaky Blinders fan portrait.
Tommy Shelby.
Adorable, Spence. You should do that. Oh, we love Tommy Shelby. Oh, chef's kiss. We love him.
Cillian Murphy. What a guy.
What a guy. I'll be curious to see what he does next. Like, it's always interesting after actors have such like immersive long-term characters. Will he stay with something stylistically similar? Well,
he went on and did Oppenheimer.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I think was post Peaky Blinders. I actually don't know.
I think it was because there's a Peaky Blinders movie.
Oh, that's
so
true.
I think it was between
the
series final season and the movie, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch just about anything he's in. Hopefully it's another Chris Nolan movie.
Yeah.
Those are always great.
Those are always good.
Yeah, I guess he's been in what, 3? Didn't Chris Nolan do the Batman?
Mm-hmm. And Inception. Yeah, if you got a good thing going, why not? It's it's funny. Like I can totally relate with I love doing shows with my friends. So it's like if you do a show together and you get really close with somebody or you just jive really well, like it's always really, really fun to get the gang back together and do a different show. Our friend who was the baker's wife in Into the Woods that we talked about before, she was in Clue with us. She played Miss Scarlet when Spencer was Professor Plum and I was Mrs. Peacock, and that was fun. So It's always a good time. Always a good time indeed. Yeah, I want to see that portrait. Same. Peaky Blinders. Everybody talks in their voice, something like that. It's such a weird hybrid accent they do between like because it's Irish. It's like Birmingham Irish, old old school. Kind of fun.
Do you need? I'm gonna go get a water or something. Would you like
A
a
beverage?
bevy?
Um,
Reveal Pepper behind.
would it be too much to ask you to fill my water bottle
No.
with a Crystal Light packet?
Sure.
How delicious that will be for our sip and stitch. I will sip as well as stitch because I finished my coffee mug from earlier. I sipped enough. 1, 2, 3 over. 1, 2, 3 over. All the counting. I finally posted my reel. I don't know if for those who may or may not have seen. Oh, Spencer, move that box. Here it is. So I did the YouTube lives just for fun. I did cross stitchy ASMR and got the microphone really close to my stitching. And I did this Clever Poppy pattern. I posted a reel about it on Instagram, so go check it out. I got the kit from Clever Poppy, but then I swapped. The pattern has a moth, like the other little moth. It has a bigger moth, and I swapped the moth for a little like happy moon goddess. So just stitch peopleifying it. So yeah. Oh, my chair leg just started giving out. I noticed this happening the other day too. It's bent funny, and I have to get it to. I need to fix it. I don't want to tip over in my chair.
You need a new chair?
Nah, I'm okay. Meanwhile, I'll just do like a pratfall live on Instagram for everybody to see. That would be fun for us all. That'll be my afternoon project, is fixing this chair leg. It's funny, as we've really been focused on moving the past couple months, I would say, in like the last 8 weeks. It's been more of a focus, and the more of a focus it's been, and by that I mean just like we've been trying to sell extraneous stuff on Facebook Marketplace, right? Get rid of stuff, donate stuff. And we joke, like, I used to work for an interior design company. I love chairs. I love an interesting chair. And so we've got numbers of like really cool chairs, vintage chairs, and that we've gotten at antique shops and things like this. And I'm like, oh, if we move abroad, like, what will we do with the chairs? Will we like sell them or give them to people who I know will appreciate them? Because again, they're like, cool vintage chairs. And one of them broke a couple weeks ago, and it was like, oh, how strange. Like, what are the odds? And then this one is broke. Like just a few days ago, the leg broke. And it just feels like a little cosmic nod from the universe that like you can let your chairs go for your bigger dreams. Like, okay, I'll let my chairs go. They're breaking anyway. This is like a cool, you can see it's like a mauve pleather armchair. It rocks, and it has little, it's like a mid-century, 50s or 60s wacky little chair. We bought it for like $200 at an antique place many years ago, and Lucy loved this chair. It's got these old springs on it. So if you ever sit down hard on it, or she would like jump into it, and the springs would always go, like, and she just rock back and forth as she settled in. So cute. And then the other chair that broke, it wasn't a leg. It's one of those like kind of skeletal looking mid-century chairs with like, the cool angle legs and then the exposed armrest wood with the wood back and then just like a seat cushion and a back cushion. And like the back fell off. So just seems like just a little nod from somewhere beyond saying, these chairs have lived a good life, as will you when you let them go. Okay, I'm going to pause on the greens and go back to florals because those are easier to do without having to have my nose in the pattern. We have 6 viewers now. This is a light month. I feel like back in February we had like 45. Welcome to our new viewer, whoever you are, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. Hope you're having a great weekend. Does anybody have any fun weekend plans? Marope says they have chairs in the UK too. No, it's true. And I've said to Spencer, it'll be fun to go to like, antique stores and thrift stores and secondhand stores and stuff like that in the UK and find like cool new treasures. I'm excited. We're definitely going to try to like get to zero as much as possible. Like there's some stuff like we'll need clothes, we'll have a suitcase or two or a box or two of like some sentimental things, for sure, that maybe when we move, we keep trying to talk like that. Like when we move, what we'll do is ship a box of, the more sentimental, meaningful things. And it'll probably take 6 months to get it to us, but that'll be like pictures for the wall and little, just things that are meaningful. But we don't really want to have to ship more than a couple boxes worth of things. And then we'll just start from complete scratch. And it's exciting. It's really, really exciting to both of us because I feel really weighed down by my stuff. I mean, we've been married 15 years. We got this house in 2011. So we've been like goldfish, you fill the space you have. And like, yeah. I was thinking it'd be fun. There's a lot of Utah-based Stitch People community folks. So I have all this I have so many.
It's a lot of stuff.
I'm just looking at boxes of supplies and all sorts of fabric that I bought to try or to play with or to photograph for this pattern or that need. And I just have a bunch of craft stuff, and it'll be really fun I could have like a little craft supply sale for our Stitch People community of all sorts of, or maybe I'll do just like a massive haul giveaway.
Yeah.
Of like,
I like that.
Hundreds of skeins of floss, dozens of rolls of fabric. Could be fun.
Good dog.
We're going to our niece's hockey game this afternoon, watching the Minnesota Wild. Is that MN Minnesota Wild playoff game? Tomorrow going to PWHL hockey game. Oh my gosh, that is so fun.
That is a hockey weekend.
Hockey weekend. I like watching hockey. My dad used to take me to Red Wings games when we lived in Michigan. Oh, hi, Gracie. We're trying to move. We're trying to move to the UK. So it'll just be hard to travel. We'll just have to start from scratch is all. So it's more economical to, probably sell a lot of the crafting stuff that I have, especially obviously the unused stuff, and just rebuy it instead of trying to ship it and pay for customs and pay, all that kind of stuff. So our goal is to move abroad because we've been ready to close our Utah chapter for a while. We were going to move back to California full time in 2020, which ended up not happening. And so we stuck around here, and it's been 5 more years here when that was kind of never the plan. And it's like, okay, we want to go. And we know that if we go anywhere like California or New England, where my family is, we'll just start to put down roots, and it'll be harder and harder to ever live internationally, which has always been a goal of ours. So it just seems like, might as well go do that for a couple years before we settle down again for like the middle chapter of our lives here. Or maybe that is our middle chapter.
Say, or maybe, excuse me, maybe we settle down there.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we've just been itching to get we did this back in 2017. We had been in this house for 6 years. We'd been married for 7 years, and just sort of felt like we needed some
gotta shake it
movement.
up.
We felt a little stagnant. Um, so we kept the house. We rented it out to my brother, and moved to California and spent about a year and a half there, and then
At
went
the
to
end
the
of
East
that, yeah, is
Coast.
when we acquired our puzzle company. That was that
Mm-hmm.
phase. And that was based in the East Coast. So that's when we got the RV,
Yep.
which has
Yep.
been so fun. The RV has helped a lot.
It's been a very cool, yeah. If you've ever wondered like would I like RVing, the answer is probably yes. It's a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
It's a really interesting, different way of seeing the country, seeing the world.
And anyway, so we moved to California to like shake things up, and then we kind of joked that like it never calmed down.
It never
after
stopped
that.
shaking.
It never stopped shaking. And now here we are, 5 years out from COVID, when we would have hoped to have moved back to California by now. And so we're starting to feel that same sort of like feeling a little stagnant, feeling like it's time to move on. And who knows? I mean,
And in California, like the reasons we had for going there changed because of COVID.
Right.
Like I was really pursuing acting and improv acting, and all of that kind of shut down with COVID, and I lost my steam and redirected and not really focused on that anymore. So the California would be, it's a good plan B still. I mean, we have friends there and there's work there, but yeah. Got it. Time to shake it up again.
Time to shake it up.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just always be perpetually moving every 5 years.
Yeah. What was that song, the 90s song we were listening to? The one which we realized was like a World War II story. Because she says like life.
I don't want to wait.
Yeah.
For my life to be over. Will it be?
Yeah, that's the vibe. Like
Paula Cole. Yeah.
Life's too short. We want to get out, do some stuff.
Yeah.
And when you work from home, it's a blessing and a curse because it's just easy to stay home a lot.
Yeah.
So we found ourselves, we have found, and then again, like I don't, it just is such a huge, it was such a huge thing. I know we keep referencing like those COVID years, but like we used to do a show, at least one show every year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we were always auditioning, we were always in rehearsals, we were always performing, we were always, hanging out with friends, and then COVID hit and we didn't do shows because that was like, we didn't want to be backstage in close proximity to people, and we just got used to kind of being in and used to just being us and our schedules and our lives. And like 5 years later, it's like we did one show in that time. I assistant directed one, but like it's like, okay, we gotta get back on the treadmill. We gotta start doing again, start being again. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I could commit to owning an RV, but I've seen, yeah, that's a really great way to try it out.
Definitely try it. It's really fun.
Yeah.
What I like most about it is like the people you meet on the road.
RV people are so nice.
RV people are just
so
great.
helpful.
And RV parks are super fun places. There is, now I'm getting really excited about the trip.
Yeah.
Like we tend to, do it, we're usually on the road around the 4th of July. So we tend to spend 4th of July somewhere randomly across, between here and Maine. And it's always just so fun. It's just fun because sometimes the parks are really big and you've got to like walk. If you need to do laundry and you don't have laundry in your RV, you've got to walk which we don't. You've got to walk to like the main office and laundry area, and you end up making a lot of trips back and forth because you don't want to just sit in the laundry room. At least I don't.
Yeah.
And so like you get to walk past so many families and get to like smell their cookouts and watch them play, throw the ball. It's just such a fun environment.
Yeah. Hear their stories, people from all over.
Yeah. Really helpful place. Gracie, what do you have for an RV? Do you have a travel trailer, bus, fifth wheel? Would love to know.
I like Marope's point of view.
When you start questioning if you should leave or not, you're already halfway gone anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. And we've been in a place of like, we've been ready to sell. Like, we bought this house as students, and it's a great house, great location. It's like halfway between the two closest universities, really central to all sorts of stuff. And the basement of our house is a mother-in-law apartment. And the reason we got it was like Spencer and I lived upstairs, and my sister and her husband lived downstairs when we were all students. Like, it was just perfect for that time. And it's comfortable for us now, but it's not like it's not the most ideal layout of a house. Like, it's meant to be sort of a upstairs apartment, I guess, for lack of a better word, and a downstairs one. But we live in both now. Like, Spencer's office is downstairs, and we like our dog kennels are in the kitchen of the downstairs. Like, it's just it's a better, this house, somebody else needs this setup now, you know.
It'll be a really great house for someone else.
Yeah, we're not quite sure where we'll land. We're, you know, we even in the UK, we're like, we just want to get over there. There's a bunch of areas we like, and it's going to be dependent on a job. We'd love to be able to be within at least like an hour of London, just because we like to see shows and go in and do stuff. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. We're open to a lot of pathways and just trying to sort of sow our seeds, see what opportunities start growing from that. Yeah. Glamping. Yeah, exactly. Public restroom vibe is, yeah, questionable. And that's what I do like about RVs is like, it is camping. You're like out in more rural places or forested places or, you know, national parks, if that's what you're doing. Like, you definitely get that camping vibe, but it doesn't feel hard. You know, you're sleeping on a bed that's comfortable, like, but you're still seeing what there is to see. It's kind of best of both worlds. Travel trailers is my son's. Ooh, Alaska, Washington, Montana. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. It'd be fun to get up to Alaska in an RV. Drive through Canada. Okay, that'd be fun.
Let's see. I'm gonna show a photo of where we end up in Maine every summer.
Yeah, my great grandparents built my great grandpa was a high school principal, and in the summers he would go be the head of like summer camps up in Maine, and then ended up buying some land and building a little cabin that's been in my family ever since. My dad grew up going there, and I grew up going there, and it's like it's just this little summer place. It's on stilts. It's not even like a insulated cabin, but there's enough room for us to pull our RV in. It's on a little pond. So yeah, that's where we go in the summers. Sure love it there. Oh, Pepper the dog cat is back, slinking behind my desk through the cords. Oh my gosh. She's such a princess. It is peaceful. Yeah, it's fun to just go be away. Away from the hustle and the bustle.
It's one of those places where you don't get great internet reception, and which is a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
This year we're gonna need to probably get Starlink or something, because I'll need to have a stronger internet signal for my job. Which, yeah, blessing and a curse.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's nice to have to, it's like forced disconnection, right? Like you can't just scroll and scroll and scroll because it takes a little while for things to load up there. But yeah, if you need to get work done, good luck.
Pepper, hey, all done.
I've had this habit lately of my water bottle with Crystal Light in it. It's just been my latest habit. But the last few days, I keep like, I'll dump in the Crystal Light, close the lid, shake and drink, and it hasn't like fully dissolved yet. And I'll just get like a big sour chunk of like flavor powder.
I
would not recommend.
Specifically shook that up.
Oh, you did? Oh, thank you.
Trying to anticipate.
Now I always give it an extra shake because, yeah, the last few days, I don't know why I don't know what I've been doing differently, but yeah, the last few days I've done it. It's like, oh no, too much strawberry. No.
Can I try it?
Absolutely.
Why, thank you.
This was my I've loved this Crystal Light. It's the wild strawberry Crystal Light energy. I call it my happy water. I used to have it every day in the morning in college. Go off to
This is your college one?
my morning rehearsals. Yeah.
No kidding.
I've been on this stuff for a while. I really like it.
How much caffeine is in it?
I'm not sure. And I've gone in and out of it because like, I've shifted to like stevia based natural flavorings or, I've gone in and out of it. I don't have it every day for the last 15 years, but I always come back to it is what I'm getting at. Like it's always like, wow, I just like that taste. It's good.
That is good.
Tasty, right?
Yeah. My water bottles are always just plain water. And I remember when I realized that like you don't enjoy plain water as much as you enjoy the Crystal Light water.
Yeah, I mean, or sparkling water. Like
sparkling water.
I love a flavor.
Man.
I love a light lemon.
It took me a long time. It took me a long time to come around to sparkling waters. Well, but boy, am I on the bandwagon.
Welcome
now.
aboard.
Ooh.
Choo choo, we're sparkling, baby.
Choo choo, we're sparkling.
I like the sparkling water.
I'm not sure.
It makes me feel fancy. I like the bubbles.
Team plain water here. All right, Merle.
Yeah, it's not that I don't like plain water, but I also just like Crystal Light.
It's delicious. It's not bad.
Very delicious. Mm.
What do you want for lunch today?
Ooh, that's a great question.
We've got a Trader Joe's really close to us, which
yeah, that was very happy day when that opened.
The Trader Joe's. They
have really great like I guess it's like freezer meals, like bags of like mushroom chicken or like where it's like semi homemade, fresher than just like the microwave meal, but not as much work as going completely from scratch, which is great for us because we forget just to eat. So then it's like, oh, this will only take 10 minutes to make. We can do that.
The fact that I'm even thinking about lunch.
Yeah. I think today's a Jersey Mike's day. I think we have sandwiches. There's like nothing like a sandwich and a bag of chips on a Saturday. Because we got some, like, again, the moving haul. We've got some chores to do and some little projects to tackle and clutter to declutter. Everything is clutter now. So, furniture and books and clothes and tools, and my Facebook Marketplace is like 20 things listed right now. So, man, Facebook Marketplace is such a weird place because you're already listing like we were trying to sell a Ninja coffee maker. These things retail. I mean, when we bought it, it was probably like $140 or $150, but these things retail now for like $170. I'm selling ours for like $50 because it's in like pretty good shape, and I'm getting people who are like, "Would you take 40?" And it's like, really? Like 10? It's like $10. Like you're wanting to haggle over $10 for something that's already like beyond 50% discounted. Like, come on. Come on. Like, what is this? Is this just like and I get it. Like this one woman, I had listed some children's toys for pretty cheap. And she was like, would you take it? She's like, I'm on a budget, but my grandson would love this. Like, would you be willing? And I ended up just giving them to her because it was like, just take them. Like because I was helping my sister sell some of her kids' old stuff. I was like, if it's going to go to a home that it's going to be enjoyed, like just take it. And she came and it was like this little, workshop set, like there's those little kitchen sets. Yeah. This one was like a workshop one with like little tools and stuff. And it was just nice to know that's going to a good home. So like, just take it. But the people who are trying to like nickel and dime something that's already nickeled and dimed, like, come on, get out of here.
Jennifer's like, people love a good deal. They do.
I know. At like any cost.
Well, that's literally the definition of a deal.
I can't.
At any cost.
And it's just, I can't. And then it's like, I've already spent time taking the photos, writing the description, posting it. It's not like like it takes time, and then managing all the messages that come in, and like, well, are you going to get this because somebody else is asking? No, never mind. Okay, cool. Like there's a certain like time trade-off here too.
Mm-hmm.
That's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, it's only worth my time if I make $50 from this. Like, get out of here.
But the more people that you have to haggle with and the more time you spend,
I know.
it would be worth sometimes just going with the $40 offer.
Tell me about
in
it.
The time that you would spend.
Tell me about it. This is why I'm getting to the more weeks I've been doing this, the more I'm like, I'm just giving it away, man. Like, I'd rather have the satisfaction of giving it to somebody for free who's going to use it, who's going to appreciate it, than have the emotional exhaustion of like being taken on a ride for $10. And I get it. Times are tough. Like, I get it. $10 adds up. But like, I really would just rather give it away for free than do a yard sale where people are going to be like I legit, the one time in my life I did a yard sale was within a year or two after we had gotten married, and we got a number of like duplicate wedding gifts. One of which was we got like 2 or 3 Pyrex sets with like the 9x13 and the littler one and the 8x8. And so we opened one of them because you need one, and I never like returned another one anyway. So I had a brand new Pyrex set, and so again, brand new, unopened, and these things you buy for like at the time probably $25 or $30. And so I had put like a $10 sticker on it because it's a yard sale, but like it's a good value item. And I literally watched a guy swap the sticker with a $1 sticker, and he's like, I'd like to buy this, please. And I was like, I priced this at 10. And he was like, it has a $1 sticker on it. And I was like, I saw you switch the sticker. And I literally looked at him. I was like, it is a brand new Pyrex set. It is worth a lot more than $1. $10 is still a deal. Get out of here. I didn't say that. I wish I had. At the time, it made me like want to cry because I felt like people were being so like cruel about it. I have grown a lot since that yard sale, but still have resolved to never do a yard sale again because it feels like, because it's your stuff, and even if you're getting rid of it, it's still your stuff, and so to have people be like, oh, this is worth $1 to me, like, get out of here, my guy. And he was like an older guy too. It was like, you know better. Ugh, wasn't a stupid kid, Anyway, some people.
Yard sale Dave. Going from yard sale to yard sale, trying to.
I'm just sick of
get that deal.
The theme of my life lately is that like I'm sick of being manipulated, like at every angle. Like my sister and I last minute booked a trip to go to Las Vegas and see Amy Poehler and Tina Fey. And like you go to the website and the ticket is like $80. Well, no, it's not, because there's fees. And so we ended, you know what I mean? Like no, it's not. So then we're trying to book our flight, and we see, oh, good, Frontier has a one-way from Salt Lake to Las Vegas for like $75. Awesome. Well, no, so that I guess the ticket to get onto the plane is $75, but to actually sit on a seat on the plane, you have to pay an additional $28 to choose your seat, just to choose the seat on the thing that you're buying a ticket for. And then Frontier defines a backpack as a carry-on item. A kid's backpack or a purse is a personal item. But like, who can travel on a plane without bringing their bag with them? It's traveling. That's the nature of the thing. So now we're looking at like $170 for something that's advertised as 75, or whatever. And literally I killed the transaction and went to Delta because it was like $30 more to have like a much better experience with Delta. And I ended up finding out I had miles and could apply those and paid nothing for that. But like they lost my business because of like the nickel and diming and the manipulation of like things. I'm just so sick of it. Like, things should just cost what they cost. You just have to be so discerning all the time, from the headlines you read to the products you're trying to buy, what's in them, what they actually cost. Like, it's exhausting. It's exhausting.
Angela says, what is about sandwiches made by other people? They're so good.
Sandwiches by other people.
Something about not having to make your own sandwiches.
Yeah, my sandwiches are never as good. I will say I make a mean panini.
Yeah, you do make a mean panini.
But
Merope says, wish they had Trader Joe's in Canada. They have Farm Boy, which is owned by TJ's, but it's not as cool as actual TJ's. Oh, Gracie, Yeah, if you want, you could try to send a picture just on Instagram. I think you'd have to follow us and then just like message us on Instagram. But she said Montana is beautiful, gorgeous, and enjoyed cross stitching there. Yeah, people love good deals. Starlink is worth the price. Okay, good to know,
Okay,
Gracie.
that is good to know.
Rose says, don't go to France. They'd negotiate that you sell something for €3. Angela says, yeah, first offer is the best offer. Jennifer wants to go to Paris.
Yeah, and I would counter that by listing it for a price. I am making the first offer. Thank you. But I know I'm not like garage sale literate, so yard sale literate. So I know I'm out. I'm an outlier. What do I know? Get me out of here.
Yeah, so Marope knows what she's talking about because she is French. And so she has an interesting perspective on Paris and France. You don't go there for the people. You're most likely to have really bad experience with French people. It's not you. It's definitely them. Beautiful place.
It's not you. It's definitely them.
Oh, boy. Well, we're technically at time.
Are we really?
Yeah, we're actually past time.
We are? We've been gabbing. I'm so here for spicy Lizzy. I get worked up about things, man. And it really, the things that work me up are things like that, of just like fairness and like integrity and honesty, of just like, can we just not give each other the runaround? Just because you can charge extra for a thing, like, doesn't mean we should. But that's not the world we live in, I guess. Anyway, whatever. Don't ask. This is what I mean, and this is the energy behind our current 40% off sale too, because it's like our warehouse was purchased by another like fulfiller or whatever, and our pricing is going up, and it's like, get rid of it all. Just get rid of it. Like, I don't even want a deal. It's not fair. We don't want to make it like higher price for you guys. Like, get it gone.
Yep,
that's
we'll
not
clear it out.
This is not the type of
move to print on demand
thing we want to run. Like, I wish I could give everything we do away for free. I really do. It just takes time, and one has to make a living. But like, I don't know. What a world. Spicy Lizzy.
Speaking of,
thank you.
let's do a discount.
A giveaway discount time.
Yeah.
Giveaway discount time.
Let's see, what did we do last month? I think we did like 10 or 15%.
What's he gonna choose, ladies and gents? The master of discounts is at his keyboard. Do 15.
Okay. Let's make it April 15.
Do 15, because my getting exploited on Facebook Marketplace is your benefit today. We'll give you 15%, not just 10.
April 15.
Pay it forward, folks. If you're buying something on Facebook Marketplace today, just buy it for the price it is. Save your money on the discount.
We'll make it one per person.
Yeah, if you want to get anything today.
And we'll make it expire.
I'm trying to think. I've realized that I've focused so much on our monthly themes for social media that I haven't been doing much by way of holiday. Like, I think I totally forgot to post anything related to Easter, which is a shame because we have really cute Easter patterns. But if there's any holidays coming up, we definitely have patterns for them. So check it out. Check it out. Load up. Get what you need.
Okay, so I just put in the chat. Use coupon code April15 for 15% off. And that would stack if you're buying books that are already 40% off. That'll stack on top of that. So.
Oh no! I see the chat happening about Paris. Subway, everything expensive. French people are rude. I remember sending you there's a Modern Family clip where what's his face, the red-haired brother, goes to Paris and he finally figures out how to fit in, and he just dresses in high fashion, and he doesn't speak French, so he just goes, instead. And then they start taking him seriously once he stops trying to be nice.
Amazing.
It's very funny. Well, thank you for sipping and stitching today. Hopefully everybody's made some good progress. I've made some really good progress. Everything above the fold, all of this I did today.
Whoa.
So yeah, I think I'm just finally in a groove with these little flowers. I realized I was running out of thread. I did the first side using all 6 strands, and I've been doing the second side using 3. So we'll have a little bit of comparison to see which we like better. Right now it's jury's out. one's just a little finer and one's a little thicker, you know? We'll see. But thank you all for joining. Thank you for listening to me rant about Facebook Marketplace. And thanks for sharing all your cute puppy and kitty pictures. I love a puppy and a kitty picture. If there's anything that can unite people, it's pets, man. That's if you're pet people, there it is. There's the icebreaker for anything, you know. So I love that. We should always do a show us your pets moment on the Sip and Stitch.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we should we should put like an agenda to this. That the first 15 minutes is
show your pet.
Show your pet.
As everybody gets their projects going.
Yeah.
And then we'll show projects and then we'll give our discount. Love that. I love it so much. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. And don't forget, we're still doing Stitch Your Heart Out theme for April. So if you have any particularly meaningful projects that you would want to share and have us feature, send us an Insta DM with the photos and story. And then get ready for May's theme, which will be Me Time May. And we're going to try and demystify Me Time because it's taken on a bit of a mythic vibe. So if you have any thoughts that you would want to share to our Me Time conversation, especially in relation to crafting or cross-stitching, let us know and we'll share those. And we will look forward to seeing you on the last Saturday of every month. It is April, so our last Saturday of May will be our next Sip and Stitch. And it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining and thank you for your time, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Ciao.